Many English learners say, "I understand grammar, I study words, but I can't speak naturally." That's because learning a language isn't only about rules. It's about rhythm, emotion, and real experiences. The best way to bring all of that together? Stories. Stories help you feel the language. You hear words in action. You learn phrases the way native speakers use them, not in boring textbooks, but in real-life moments. So if you're ready to improve your English with powerful, natural stories, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Storylish, and leave a comment about what you learned. We upload a new story every day to help you grow your English. With joy. It was late morning in Buenos Aires. The sun was shining but not too hot. The wind moved softly through the trees. Birds flew low over narrow streets. Old buildings stood on both sides, tall, colorful, quiet. The paint was peeling in some places, but the charm was still strong. Carla stood at the corner of a small intersection. She looked at her phone. The map wasn't loading. She checked the street sign. It didn't match what she remembered. She looked up and down the road. No familiar shops. No loud crowds. Just quiet doors, closed windows, and walls covered in faded posters. She was lost, but oddly she smiled. Carla wasn't in a hurry. She had no meeting, no plan, just a camera in her bag, a bottle of water, and a notebook in her coat pocket. She had come to Buenos Aires to feel something real, not just take pictures of the popular places. And now, without meaning to, she had found exactly that. She walked slowly down the street. The sidewalks were uneven, but the old stones felt strong under her feet. She passed a bakery. The smell of fresh bread floated through a small open window. A man inside was singing to himself as he cleaned the counter. Carla smiled again. She turned a corner, then another. Each turn took her deeper into the old parts of the city. The walls were covered in graffiti. Some of it was angry. Some of it was beautiful. One said, "Te perdiste. Perfecto. You got lost. Perfect." She laughed quietly. The streets were quiet. No cars. Just a few bicycles and two dogs sleeping in the sun. A woman on a balcony watered plants. A boy ran past with a soccer ball. Carla didn't take out her phone. She didn't try to find the map. She just walked. After 20 minutes, she reached a small square. It had benches made of stone. A statue of a poet in the center. A tree with wide branches and orange flowers. A woman sat reading a book. An older man played a guitar softly under the tree. Carla sat on a bench and closed her eyes for a moment. She listened. She heard the sound of the guitar, the quiet rhythm of footsteps, far-off horn, a dog barking once, a laugh, a whisper of wind. She opened her notebook and wrote one sentence. "I am lost, and I like it." After a while, she stood up and kept walking. She found a small bookstore. It didn't have a name outside, just a wooden door and old posters in the window. She stepped inside. The air smelled like paper and dust. A cat slept on a stack of books near the window. An old man behind the counter looked up, smiled, and said, "Primera vez por acá? First time here?" She nodded. "Sí. Why estoy perdida? Yes, and I'm lost." He laughed gently and said, "Entonces vas bien. Then you're on the right path." She walked through the shelves, found a thin poetry book with a handwritten note inside. "Para quien se pierde y se encuentra." For the one who gets lost and finds themselves. She bought it. The man wrapped it in paper, tied it with string. Outside, the sun had moved. Shadows had shifted. She had no idea where she was, but she wasn't worried. She felt full not from food, but from moments. She kept walking. She passed a cafe where people spoke in low voices. A little girl sat drawing on the wall with chalk. A street artist painted a huge face on the side of a building. The city felt alive. Not loud, but alive in a deep, secret way. She passed under clothes hanging from balconies. A woman leaned over and said, "Bonito dia, no? Beautiful day, isn't it?" Carla said, "Sí, hermoso," and she meant it. Finally, at the end of a narrow street, she saw something familiar, a blue door. She remembered that door from earlier in the morning. It meant she wasn't far from her hostel. She could find her way back now. But she didn't want to. Not yet. She turned and walked the other way. In this story, you heard natural phrases like, she looked up and down the road. She was lost, but she smiled. She didn't try to find the map. And she felt full, not from food, but from moments. These are expressions that make your English sound real and native-like. You also practiced past tense, location phrases, and emotional description, all useful for real conversations and storytelling. If you enjoyed this, like the video, subscribe to Storylish, and leave a comment about your favorite part. We help you learn English by living inside stories, one day, one word at a time. Your story is your language. See you in the next video.